Hello, this is Jack from tofluency.com. Welcome to this lesson where you're going to learn words, phrases and idioms related to photography. Now, if you're watching on YouTube and if you are new here, then click subscribe. I upload about 5 or 6 videos every single week, and all these videos will help you learn English. So today's lesson, we're going to look at photography, and I've got so many great words, phrases and idioms and different expressions that are related to this subject, related to photography and taking pictures. That's the first one, to take pictures. Okay, so when we talk about the action of taking pictures, we use the verb take. So if you're watching live on Facebook, please say hello in the comment section. It's so good to have you here live. It's currently Friday afternoon, it's about 2 p.m. and it's just so good to be able to go live today. It's a little bit cooler, that's why I'm wearing a little jacket, but it feels great to be out here. So let's have a look at some of the vocabulary that we're going to use. And I'm going to talk about my camera as well. So when I make videos, I use this camera. I don't use this lens a lot. This is a new lens, but I do use this camera. So I'm going to show you the camera, talk about the different aspects of a camera, the different cameras we can use. I'm going to look at some verbs and phrases as well, and then we're going to look at 4 questions you can ask someone when they're showing you a photograph. So these are 4 questions you can ask someone when you are looking at a photograph. Okay, let's get started. So the first one I want to talk about is take a photo. That's the first phrase I want to introduce. So when we're talking about the action of making a picture, okay, we use the verb take, to take a photo, to take a photo. I can say, for example, I took 400 photos this morning. So I took 400 photos this morning using this new lens. And I did this because I want to get more pictures of my children. So I took 400 photos this morning and I kept about, I'm just looking here, about 6 of them. I kept about 6 of them. So I took a lot of photos, but I kept about 6. Okay, so the past of this is took. I took a lot of photos this morning. We can also use it in the present perfect continuous. I've been taking a lot of photos recently. In fact, can you repeat that sentence? I've been taking a lot of photos recently. Great, fantastic. So that's the first phrase, to take a photo. The next one is a really good one to use. Hello Habib, hello Maestro, good to have you here. The next one is great when you're just talking about your interests and your hobbies. And it's this, to be into photography. To be into photography. So I can say, I'm really into photography. And this just means it interests me. I love photography. I love everything about it. I'm really into photography. Now you can use this for nearly anything. I'm really into horror films. I'm really into this TV series at the moment. So my wife is really into this vampire TV series. I don't know the name of it, but she's really into it at the moment. It really interests her right now, okay? So she's really into this TV series. My son is really into soccer. He's really into football. It interests him at the moment. So if you're trying to describe yourself, and if you like photography, if you like taking pictures, then you can say, I'm really into photography at the moment, or I'm really into photography in general. Now, the next one, I want you to think about someone, okay? Think about someone who always looks good in photos. Now, I actually used the phrase to look good yesterday in my live lesson on YouTube. To really look good. I was talking about my new bag and I said I bought it because it looks good. So we're talking about an appearance here. So think about someone who always looks good in photos. There's always somebody who always looks fantastic in photos. Now, that person is photogenic. Photogenic. Okay? Photogenic. P-H-O-T-O-G-E-N-I-C. Photogenic. So if you look good in photos, you are photogenic. Anastasia says, I'm really into watching your live lessons. Great example. And Pinar says, I'm so happy for this lesson because I asked about it. Yeah, I'm glad I could give you this live lesson. If you're enjoying it, give it the thumbs up. Give it the thumbs up. Fanny says, or use Photoshop. Yeah, so Photoshop is used to make people look more photogenic. I use Photoshop for some of my pictures, and mainly my pictures for the YouTube channel or my website, things like that. So to be photogenic. Excuse me. The next thing we're going to talk about is types of cameras. Okay, types of cameras. Because there are lots of different types of cameras. The one that has really taken over, that everyone has all the time, is a phone, smartphone. So I take a lot of pictures, I take a lot of pictures on my smartphone. And I remember when I first got it, and people said, you're going to love it because it's always with you. So that's a phrase we can use here. You always have a smartphone with you. If you have a smartphone, you always have it with you. And photographers say that the best camera to get is the one you're going to use. And with a smartphone, it's always with you, so you can always take photos when you need to. So the first one is a smartphone, and that has really changed the way people take photos. And people take a lot more photos now because of their smartphone. Another type of camera is a point and shoot. Now, a point and shoot camera is a small camera which has it creates better, or it takes better photos than a smartphone, but it's really small and it can fit in your pocket. Now, these these point and shoot cameras, they're not as popular as they used to be because people use their smartphone now, but they're still used. People still like to use them because they're small, they are portable, which means you can take them places with you, you can take them anywhere, and they take really good photos. Emaine says, I'm too photogenic to be real. I love that comment. And Fanny says, I took a lot of pictures with my bridge. Now I use my phone or my table. So try and explain what you mean by bridge in that example. Another type of camera that professionals use is a DSLR camera. DSLR. And these are the big cameras, the bigger cameras that people use. And these are the most expensive cameras too. I used to have a DSLR camera and I really enjoyed using it, but I found it was too big. It was too big for me to take places, so I didn't really use it. I didn't use it as much as I wanted to use it. But I did use it for making videos. So when I first started making videos on YouTube, I used this camera. Now, I can also use the word used to. I said this in yesterday's lesson. I used to use this camera for my YouTube videos. I used to use this camera for my YouTube videos. But now, are you ready? Now, I use this. Now this looks like another good example of look. It looks like, which means it has a similar appearance to. It looks like a DSLR camera, but it's smaller and lighter. It's smaller and lighter. And this is called a mirrorless camera. A mirrorless camera. Now, don't worry too much about the terminology, but that means that it doesn't have a mirror inside. And that allows the camera makers to make these cameras a little bit smaller, and it allows them to make it lighter too. Now, I got this one, and if you're interested, it's the Panasonic G85. Panasonic G85. And I got this because it was affordable, and also it specializes in video. Okay, it specializes in video, so it really takes good videos. And that's what I really want to use my camera for. And what I thought I'd do is just show you different things on this camera, and we can talk about the vocabulary. So firstly, if I take that off, you can see two things now. This is a lens, and this is the camera body. Okay, so this is a lens, this is a camera body, and I have about 3 lenses for this type of camera, and the lenses all do different things. They all do different things. This lens is new, and I got it for portraits, to take portrait photos, and also to take different types of video. But I'm going to use it mainly to take pictures of my children. Now, the other thing that we can see here is this. This is what is called a flip out screen. Okay? A flip out screen. If you can't hear me, let me know. Let me know what the audio is like in the comment section. But this is a flip out screen, and you can see the screen here. Okay, it's not actually, now you can see the screen here. It's not that clear because it's a little bit dark, but you can kind of see the screen here. And it's fantastic because you can take selfies with the camera like this, or with the screen the other way around. So that is a flip out screen. Someone asked, what type of lens do I have? Thank you, Alexander, for that. This is a prime lens. Now, a prime lens is one that you can't zoom in and zoom out. So we can use the verb zoom here as well. So to zoom in is like to make it closer, and to zoom out is to make it far away. And a lot of lenses allow you to zoom in and out, but this one is a fixed lens. It's a prime lens. It's a great lens as well. A couple of other things I wanted to talk about. If something moves like this, okay, you can see it spins, and you can check different things. This is called a dial. D-I-A-L. It's a dial. And then the other things on the back here, if you press it, okay, it's a button. So you turn a dial, and you press a button. Turn a dial and press a button. And then the other thing is I wanted to talk about is the focus. Now, you can have 2 types of focus on a camera. Autofocus or manual focus. And what you want to do is when you're taking a picture of someone, you want to get them in focus. Get them in focus. So when I'm taking a photo of my wife, I want to get her in focus. Sometimes she is out of focus, and this means that it's not clear on her face. But when I get her into focus, it means it's clear on her face. So yeah, we have the lens, we have the camera body, flip out screen, turn a dial, push a button, in focus, out of focus. And then also one more thing I wanted to show you, has a flash, okay? Let's just see if this is going to flash, because my lens cap is on. No, it's not flashing, but the flash is whoosh. Alexander says, did you buy the camera on Black Friday? I didn't. I bought it on Monday, so I didn't get it on Black Friday. But good question. Okay, let's talk about the last segment now. Haitor, thank you for putting this vocabulary in the comment section. If you're watching this on YouTube, the vocabulary will be below the video. So let's now talk about when we're looking at a photograph. So imagine that I'm with you. We're at a bar, and I say, hey, look at this photo of my wife. Look at this photo of my wife. There are certain things that you can ask about this photograph. Firstly, you can ask in the passive, where was that taken? Where was that taken? So what you're asking here is a location of the photograph. Where was that taken? And I can say it was taken in Bilbao, it was taken in Valencia, it was taken in America, etc. So a photograph is taken somewhere. So you can ask, where was that taken? Another question you can ask is, wow, what camera did you use? What camera did you use? And I can say, I took it on my smartphone. I took it on my mirrorless camera. I took it on my DSLR camera. Okay? So what camera did you use? Another question you can ask is, who took that? Who took that? So you might not think I took the photo. You might say, who took that? And I can simply say, I did. Okay? I did. Someone asked a question, is there a difference between this photo is taken by me and I took this photo? Yeah, if I say I took this photo, it puts the emphasis on me. If I say this photo was taken by me, it puts the emphasis on the photo. It puts the focus, talking about cameras, puts the focus on the photo. If I'm saying something like, this was taken in Bilbao, okay, or this is from Bilbao, then we're putting the emphasis again on the photo. Now, another question you might ask, if I say, hey, look at this photo, and you don't know who that person is, you can ask, who is that? Who is that? So that's what you can do in that sense. Who is that? And you're asking, who is this person in the photo? Rajani is here from Michigan. Haitor is putting in those little comments. Guys, if you are enjoying this, please give it the thumbs up. Let's just review those questions. Who is that? Who took that? Where was that taken? What camera did you use? So I want you to repeat those sentences now. I don't care if you're on a bus. I don't care if you're in class. I don't care if you're at work. Say this loud. It's going to help you remember these sentences. Who is that? Who is that? Who took that? Who took that? Remember to repeat. Where was that taken? Where was that taken? What camera did you use? What camera did you use? Fantastic. So we have talked about take a photo, to be into photography, to be photogenic. Okay, we all have a friend who is very photogenic. We've talked about the different types of cameras and the fact that I have a mirrorless camera which looks like a DSLR camera. We have talked about the lens, the flash, turn a dial, push a button, flip out screen. We have also talked about those questions that we have just gone through. So if you have enjoyed this lesson, then please give it a thumbs up, and also please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and like my page if you are new on Facebook. And also, the last thing, please share this with anyone who would find it useful. So thank you so much for watching this lesson. Be sure to check out my other videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.